It's just after 4 o'clock on a Tuesday, which means, hold on a second here.
Go ahead.
See, I'm doing Wilds' job, and so, I gotta go. Danny's gonna do something silly here. Go ahead, run it.
Kevin Wilds is the leader of the show. And frankly, he's a respected figure in these walls for his long and distinguished career in television. He's a man of wisdom. But honestly, it might just be his chair, because sitting in it today is making me feel pretty smart. So I thought I'd offer a suggestion. Why settle for just one mountain? Did you know that a cordillera is a system of mountain ranges, often consisting of a number of more or less parallel chains of mountains? It's true. Well, Caleb Williams was in these playoffs. Mahomes wasn't. The throws that Caleb makes that we've never seen before, they're now known as pulling a Caleb, or Caleb-esque. Is Mahomes-esque a thing of the past? People are asking. So does my not-so-humble suggestion that today's Championship Sunday edition of Mahomes Mountain be known as the Caleb Cordillera? What do you say, Nick?
That's the worst idea I've ever heard.
I think it's a pretty good idea.
Terrible.
Wow. Caleb
You
Cordillera.
throw a pick to end the game.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Is it a mountain range of 3 separate mountains, one for each interception he threw that cost you guys?
Is it a mountain that you fall down on a regular basis?
Yeah, I mean, what are we talking about?
Who makes the most spectacular throws in the NFL now? Caleb Williams.
Well, I mean, actually, no, because he's not playing now. The
mountain's about steadiness.
Listen, I'm not anti-Caleb. Again, many people correctly believe I was the first to really see Caleb other than Lincoln Riley.
He was your guy until you dropped that banner disowning him.
I was trying to be nice.
He really was your guy.
One of the many things I've tried to be nice to this guy, and now he's trying to change the name of the mountain.
All right, we'll keep Caleb Cordillera for the OT.
Cordillera.
It's a series of mountain ranges.
Nobody knows what that is.
I
You tried to explain it. Looked like an idiot.
Parallel
You're wearing
mountains.
goggles and a stupid,
I was like,
smelly
don't
robe.
go too far with it.
All right.
The robe is
You're
washed.
getting out
Here's
there.
the deal.
We're
Folks,
trying to stay with you.
stay focused.
Sorry.
So there's only 4 quarterbacks left. So we made the executive decision. The full rosters are eligible for the mountain this week.
Oh my.
We might do this as well for the Super Bowl. Then it will be right back to a quarterback-only segment, but it's not that much fun to rank just 4 quarterbacks. And by the way, we all know how it would be. It'd be Stafford at the top, Drake, and Sam Darnold in the second row, and then poor Jared Stidham by himself on the third row. That would be it. There it is. Spoiler alert for what it would have been. 7th row, Sam Darnold does make the mountain. Every quarterback didn't. Devontae Adams, Keyshawn Boutte, who I got to tell you, the connection with him and Drake has been really good, and that catch in the end zone was just unbelievable. Cortland Sutton, somewhat, I don't want to call him underrated. He was probably properly rated, but he's clearly the best weapon the Broncos have. Jonathan Cooper, who certainly I think is underrated because of the impact of the other Broncos defenders, most notably Nick Benito. Byron Murphy II, who's been awesome on the inside for Seattle. And Kyron Williams, who quietly had 1,200 yards and was super reliable for Sean McVay, particularly in that 3 tight end set. 6th row. I'm glad Wilds isn't here to hear me say this. He was right about Stephon Diggs. When they signed him, I thought they were paying him too much money. I thought he wasn't going to be healthy for week 1. I thought he could potentially be a pain in the ass. He has been excellent for the team. Vrabel and Drake may seem to love him. He has been incredibly reliable, very sure-handed. He's been excellent on the field for the Patriots. Lawrence, who has just been, for a decade now, an excellent defensive lineman wherever he's been. Rashid Shaheed, who, Coach, I think you were here for it. Trade deadline day, while everyone was wide-eyed. Oh, my God, Quinnen Williams to the Cowboys. Sauce Gardner to the Colts. Some smart people, this guy, said the most impactful player traded will be Rashid Shaheed to the Seattle Seahawks. All he does is punt return to flip the first or the second Rams Seahawks game, kick return to get the winning score, 7-0 in the divisional round game. Christian Gonzalez came back from concussion, played great. Byron Jones, who has been excellent, and Devin Witherspoon, one of the more underrated corners in all of football. Row 5, Leonard Williams, another guy who, wherever he's played, has been nothing but impactful. Jared Verse, was a great rookie, won Defensive Rookie of the Year, if I'm not mistaken, has been the best front seven defender for the Rams. And then 3 big guys for the Broncos. Garrett Bowles, Quinn Miners, and Zach Allen, their 2 best offensive linemen and their best D lineman, if you don't count Benito as a D lineman, just interior D lineman. And now row 4, the coaches. Because all 4 of these coaches have put their imprints on this team, on their teams, have been force multipliers for their teams, and have been exceptional. We know what Sean McVay's resume is. He continues to remind everybody. Mike Vrabel no, I don't know. I'm not saying he continues to remind everybody. I didn't mean it like that. I meant
said it.
Like, wow.
no, he doesn't actually continue to remind everybody.
Carries around his resume.
That sounded.
Hey, you see this?
No, let me rephrase it. We know. Watching him remind you what a great resume he has is really what I meant. It was no shots attempted there. Mike Vrabel reminds everybody what dysfunction they must have in Tennessee for choosing a general manager who they fired 2 general managers ago over Mike Vrabel, as he instantly changed the culture in New England. Sean Payton might rub me the wrong way at times. His play design's been great. His ability in that divisional round game 2 separate times to identify in real time, oh, they just had a corner go down. We are attacking him. And both times resulted in a touchdown. It is remarkable. And Mike Macdonald, a lot of Ravens fans feel like what went wrong for the Ravens was losing Mike Macdonald a couple years ago. And he has instantly brought a great defense to Seattle, and now the top 6 players conference championship weekend. Next quarterback on the mountain, Drake May. The only reason he's not on row 2 is because I think he has struggled a bit these playoffs. His highs have been high. He's had some great throws. The fumbles are a killer, though, and he is taking a bunch of sacks. The reigning Defensive Player of the Year, Pat Surtain, and a guy who I actually think is the best player on that defense with Pat Surtain, Nick Benito. And then row 2. Flatly, this season, your 2 best receivers in football, Puka Nacua, Jackson Smith-Njigba. Puka has an argument that he's the best non-quarterback offensive player in the whole league. And atop the mountain, even though he has not lit up this postseason, is the guy who I believe is about to win league MVP and I believe is going to win Super Bowl MVP, one Matthew Stafford. Coach, your thoughts on the all rosters mountain?
I love it.
Wow.
I love the fact that you went all rosters. And so much of what we talk about is quarterbacks. And when we talk about the MVP race, you can't really bring in somebody else from a different position because it's like, oh yeah, they'll be 5th or 6th. Yeah. So to incorporate players from different positions is great. All that being said, I'm going to talk about a quarterback because I am disappointed with where you have Sam Darnold. The mountain, as we know, is a rich tapestry.
Yeah.
And Sam Darnold's tapestry is about as rich as they come, with the failure in New York and then getting shipped to Carolina and then Carolina to, what was his next stop?
San Francisco.
San Francisco to Minnesota. Minnesota, he goes 14-3. He can't secure the #1 seed. Then they have the disappointing game there, disappointing game in the first round of the playoffs. Now this year they are able to secure the #1 seed, so that's progress. He was able to win his first playoff game. That's real progress. And as much as I'm concerned about this moment for him, I'm definitely rooting for him to get over this hump. But even if he doesn't, he still has had a more significant impact than, take your pick. And this isn't about any one guy. This is about Sam Darnold just being too low.
Well, so that's fair. My hesitation is he has, as opposed to the last 2 games of the year in Minnesota, the Week 18 game and then playoff game, when he turned the ball over a bunch in one, got sacked 9 times in the other.
Imploded.
He has avoided the huge negative plays in Week 18 this year and then in the playoff game. But he's avoided them by not really having to do much. They scored 13 points in the one game. They literally scored the game-winning touchdown on the first play of the game, kick return, because the defense held them to 6 points. And, Dust, if we can show players from each roster on the mountain, so there's 24 total players, So the Seahawks have 8, Broncos 7, Rams 4, Rams 5, Patriots 4. Again, it's just my own accounting. So
yeah, it's not the all-pro team.
No, I get it. But I did include, by the way, every player that made the all-pro team is accounted for on this mountain. Oh. I do think that the Seahawks have the most non-quarterback talent. And that kind of fits, by the way, how these teams have gotten there. The Rams and the Patriots been powered more so by the MVP candidate quarterbacks. And the Seahawks and Broncos powered more, I think, by the all-world defenses.
Well, in fairness, so Sam Darnold's in the toughest division, and Drake May, that record, or the opponent's record, was what, the worst since the 90s, or the?
Yeah, it was, no, it's the worst strength schedule in NFL history, but for a playoff team. But still, Wilds isn't here. He's going to zoom in and yell at you and explain how actually it was harder than you think.
Well, I just think that has to.
No, that's it's totally fair. Brew?
All right, as is often my custom, I'm going to start with a bonus take.
Wow, bonus take.
Kayshon Boutte, Boutte, however you want to say it, he should be up.
Oh.
He has been their best receiver in the playoffs. He's got 141 yards in the playoffs. Almost, that's twice as much, more than twice as much as Diggs, but almost twice as much as any other player for the Patriots, and he's leading them in receptions. You can argue without that great one-handed catch, they're not even here, but he's been their deep threat all year.
That's
and
true.
A great deep threat. You know, average, I don't know, about 16 yards a catch, 17, 20 in the playoffs. So I'm moving him up.
But that's just a bonus.
If I have to, that's just the bonus.
You don't have to move anything.
You can move Shaheed down if you want. Shaheed is the punt and kick returner, I get it. But the number 3 receiver. But the real take, I'm going to put Drake May second behind Stafford, just because as a quarterback on a team driven by their quarterback, as you said, he's one of the 2 teams driven by their quarterback. I get it, he's made some mistakes, but he's also made some huge plays for them, unlike a lot of the other quarterbacks that have made mistakes in the playoffs. And he's just as the quarterback of a team driven by him, he is so instrumental in their success. Puka was somewhat taken out of that game by the defensive backs in Chicago. 5 catches, 56 yards, no touchdowns. JSN had 3 catches for 19 yards. I get it was a blowout. Maybe it would have been more in a close game. But still, he wasn't a huge factor. He had 1 touchdown. So I'm just saying May's importance to the Patriots, to me, puts him right behind Stafford.
All right, 2 things quickly. One is I want to clarify something I said before, because when you mentioned Shaheed as the kick returner, I realized I did leave off 1 All-Pro, because the Patriots punt returner Marcus Jones was on the All-Pro team. He didn't make the mountain, so I just want to be fair to him. To your point on May, he's not on row 2 because of what Coach did yesterday. So Coach yesterday, I felt bad after the show.
Coach.
I felt bad after the show. I was like, man, am I being too hard on Drake May? Was he just, the ball was snapped, and then before he even looked upfield, just bam, hit in the back, fumbled, no, what are you doing about it? So I went back and watched all those fumbles. One of those fumbles was like what you described. The other ones, yes, it was a blindside hit, but he pump fakes, he's like, no, I don't have it, and then he rears back and gets hit. Another one.
It's like Drake May just walked in with this reenactment.
Thank you very much. The offensive line, obviously, Will Campbell had a rough game. But it felt to me like a veteran quarterback would have known, even if you can't see the pressure, I got to get this out quick, and he was not. There was only 1 play where it felt like he had no chance. Other plays, it felt like he was hunting the big play, and then he had to pay for it.
Pumped the ball once and then got hit. But Caleb on his interception was reading a book.
Okay.
Like, he was back there for 45 minutes, he had lunch, and then decided to throw the ball late.
Caleb about it.
I mean, Caleb, to be fair, also not on the mountain. Come on. You got it. Come on, Drake. You got to hold. Hey, also, you guys know, as much as I like Drake May, and I like him a lot, I'm always a little skeptical of small hand quarterbacks. Danny,
he did step up in the pocket, too. The guy raked his arm from behind.
Hold the ball. He'd have stronger hands. Come on. Everybody had those we all had those little things with the black handles you squeeze. Everybody knows it.
Brew, I know I'm a guest here on the Regulation Show, but can I borrow your power of bonus takes?
Absolutely.
Oh, thanks,
Absolutely.
Man. All right, first of all, can the mountain take a stand? What a cowardly mountain.
What?
Oh, wow.
All the coaches on one row? I mean, it's not left, right.
okay.
Does the mountain think McVay is better
Fair.
than Peyton? Is McDonald better than Vrabel? I mean, take a stand,
Good point.
mountain.
No,
Good
because the
point.
mountain's for players, and so the coaches, it's much like, again, much like when we did the all-time quarterback mountain, we had a special row for the old-timey guys that were in black and white TV. They're all together. It's just, they need to be included. They are not being ranked, just so you know.
Well, I'm just saying, take a stand.
Okay.
Rashid Shaheed above future Hall of Famer Devontae Adams and number 1 receiver Cortland Sutton. Doesn't feel right, but those are just bonus takes.
That's also a bonus take?
Also a bonus take.
Okay,
A
well,
double bonus
He said I
take?
can have multiple
Okay,
bonus
Rashid,
takes. I asked for permission.
think you
Rashid
got
Shaheed has had more impact this postseason than either those two players combined. For the record.
The 1-game sample?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, yeah, go ahead.
All right, well then, for the real take, you mentioned All-Pro. Can we move Witherspoon and Surtain onto the same line? You said you value All-Pro. Second-team All-Pro cornerbacks this year.
Yeah.
Surtain and Witherspoon. They're the same level of All-Pro. And in this game, Witherspoon has the much tougher assignment. He's got to go up against Devontae Adams or Puka Nacua.
Yeah.
And in the 2 games that we've seen him play against the Rams, in one of the games, Devontae Adams only had 1 catch.
Yep.
And in the 2 games total, Witherspoon's been targeted a total of 10 times, 5 catches, 90 yards, a quarterback rating of 83, no touchdowns.
In one of those
left.
games, didn't Stafford throw for 500 yards?
Wait, but he wasn't targeting.
574.
Wasn't targeting.
Well, I'm
Witherspoon
just
is the
saying, I
point.
don't think that plan is working. I think that.
I'm saying
They
he
might
hasn't
wanna-
been the problem. Him and Surtain this year, same level of player. All pro voters agree. The Mountain disagrees.
The Mountain does disagree because if this year you guys have been the same level and the previous year one guy won Defensive Player of the Year, and Surtain, by the way, Surtain was second team All-Pro this year even though he missed 6 weeks with an injury?
Yeah, know your all pros.
No, so that's my point is if he was second team All-Pro despite missing almost half the season, then while he was playing he must have been uber impactful. I'm not listening.
And Danny,
You want to have a cornerback debate? Let's have a cornerback
Danny,
debate.
he got me really early with the rich tapestry. So
Yeah, that's always.
you got to bring in the pack. So there's like the current,
very
and there's the
confusing.
mid-level,
It's a
and
lot.
then you got to go historical.
It's not left to right. This
No.
row is not really a
And it's a
ranking,
rich
but it's
Is
kind
it
of a
tapestry.
career? Is it not career?
Is
Is
it
it
about
this
that
season? Is
playoffs?
it just the
There's
playoffs?
a reason that it's very, very difficult. We can just scan the archive and just be like, when was Nick wrong on the Mountain? And the answer is, how could you be? It's a rich tapestry. There's a lot of moving pieces here.
That's
I got to
ridiculous.
tell you, I enjoyed the all rosters Mountain. I will take under advisement whether or not on the Super Bowl Mountain we will rank the coaches when it's down to just 2, or if it'll just be row 2 all by themselves.
Can't wait.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.